So I recently did a video showing you guys how to make stovetop popcorn. Now I'm going to show you how to take that same popcorn and make caramel corn, which is one of my little one's favorite things to do. So I have 2 sticks of butter, a cup. I have unsalted butter. I'm supposed to have salted, so I added a teaspoon of salt to it. And now we're going to melt that on medium heat. These are at room temperature, so it shouldn't take long to melt. If you have salted butter, don't worry about adding that salt to it. You don't want to over salt it. Now, because we are a low salt household, I have not salted my popcorn. So the only thing that is salty in here is the teaspoon I added to the butter. No other salt. There we go. So I'm going to add a cup of light brown sugar. Mix that together. And then we're going to bring this to a boil. Once it starts boiling, we're going to set a 5-minute timer and let it boil without stirring it for 5 minutes. And I know it looks like the butter and the brown sugar are separated and that's bad. It's really not. It's going to all come together, I promise. As soon as it starts to boil, it all becomes one big mixture. All right. It's starting to boil around the edges. We're going to let it go a little bit longer to get it bubbling in the middle. Then we'll set our 5-minute timer. At the 4-minute mark, we're going to come and add vanilla, but let it keep. We're not going to stir it in. We're just going to pour it in and then let it keep boiling for another minute. All right. Start our timer and we'll come back at 4 minutes and add our vanilla, which is 2 teaspoons. Okay, so we have about 30 seconds left and then I'm going to add the vanilla. One thing you should remember is to be very careful because the caramel is boiling and your vanilla is at room temperature, hopefully, it's going to bubble up higher than it already is. So make sure that you're back enough away from it that you do not get burnt. It will rise. See? Back away. We're going to let this boil for another minute. Then I'm going to take it off the heat and add a half a teaspoon of baking soda. So we only have a minute left. Our minute's up. We're going to turn off the heat. I'm going to sprinkle the baking soda over. It's just a half a teaspoon. I'm going to stir it in. And then I'm going to take the caramel and drizzle it. I have about 10 cups of popcorn here, give or take. So we're going to drizzle it over. And I'm going to gently fold it in so we don't break up the popcorn, because you really want caramel on every piece, but you don't want, like, you want full pieces of popcorn, not pieces of pieces. No popcorn crumbs, that's what we're going for. And then our last step, and I'm going to do this with a little bit of it now because this bowl is too small for what we're doing. Let's put a little bit. We're going to put it on a cookie sheet to cool. I lined it with parchment paper. You can line it with Silpat or aluminum foil. Either one work. And then I'm going to try with my spoon now to get a little of the caramel more evenly distributed. So But be careful because the caramel is hot and will burn you. And there we have caramel corn. Needs to cool for about an hour, and then it'll be ready to eat.